Hey guys, what is up? Scott from Civic Edge Lifestyle here, and welcome to day 89 of our My Lead Gen Secret case study 2025. In this case study today, I'm going to show you the amazing luck I've had this week, or not, I shouldn't say luck. I'm going to show you guys the amazing explosive results we've had since our last video. First, I'd like to say I'm sorry. I've had a lot going on with family and stuff this week, and I've had lots of appointments. So my ability to do videos was very small this week. Plus, I've been working on a course for anyone who joins Master Affiliate Profits under me. I've been working on trying to build this course for bonuses. But I'm here today on a Sunday. Which is kind of odd, because I don't usually do videos on Saturdays and Sundays, but like I've said in the past, you know, if I get a chance to do a video on a weekend, I will hop on quick and do a video. But if you would like to join My Lead Gen Secret, you can always check out the link down in the description in the comment section. There's also some links of other systems that I highly recommend. And I also have a link down there for my own personal website where I do reviews. I also do educational make money or how to make money online blogs and things like that. Since doing this video course though that I'm working on, I haven't had a lot of time to do blogs lately either, but I'm going to be getting back into that very soon because the course is almost finished. So anyway, let's get on with My Lead Gen Secret. So this week has been kind of up and down. Some of the emails I've been sending, they've been doing all right. Some of them got over 3,000, and then others were like 2,000, and then we had 1,279 so far on today's. It's now, I can't pull up my taskbar right now, but I think it's 12:30 now. So you know, 12:30, it's already at 1,279. This is going to be a good email. I think it's going to be about 3,000 to 4,000 by midnight, because it's been going up very fast today. So that's pretty good. I can tell what kind of day it's going to be just by how fast these emails go up. Now, subject lines, as I keep mentioning, are very important. Subject lines will tell you whether or not you're going to get good clicks or not that day, because of the simple fact that the subject line has to draw the reader in, and once they're inside the email, you let the email do the work. You know, you rewrite the emails and stuff like that, but you just let them do the work. And today's actually has quite a story behind it, so I'm hoping that that's going to be a really good email. We've already had 4 clicks, as you can see. And then 1,279 opens. Yesterday's got 168 clicks, and a lot of these emails are going to keep going up too. Probably not this one. This one was a bad one. I thought it was good, but then I launched it that day and it was horrible. We also had an email go to 6,326 on the 19th, and that got 464 clicks. So I'm still, you know, experimenting with using ChatGPT with the subject lines, but the command that I showed does work very well. I've been adding a little bit of humor to the subject lines, and I might go back to the way I was originally doing it with the ChatGPT command that I've been sharing with you guys. But we'll see. We'll see how the rest of this campaign goes. We're on online writing jobs now from ClickBank, but yeah. Alright, so let's get into the commissions, and I'm just going to pause my video really quick and set up the commissions tab on My Lead Gen, and I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are on the tab. I'm just going to get my little notepad here because I wrote down each of these and to tell me, you know, how much we got, because of the simple fact that some of these came from my second and third and fourth account, and then things like that. Most of these actually were from my second account though, or not my second account, my third account, and then others were from my fourth account, and then there was a couple that my affiliates have done getting people in. So, on the 23rd, we had a recurring commission come in of, this was $12. And then we had another recurring commission come in. This one was only $4 because it was one of my affiliates who signed up a second account under their first account. Then we had this one come in. I think this one was another 12. And then we had another 4. This one was from one of my affiliates as well. This one was from, I believe, my third account again. And then this one signed up, I think it was on the 25th. And this one was $14, and this came from my fourth account. And that's a $14 one. And then we had this one yesterday, which was $3, and this one was from one of my affiliates as well. It did not count on any of my other, actually I should say it was one of my affiliates that recruited this one, and it is only $3. But that is a grand total of $49 on my lead gen. And then we're going to head to OLSP next, and I'm just going to quickly pause again and get that set up. So since our last video on Tuesday, I think it was, we've had 3 sales come in, 2 yesterday and then 1 here. This was $21 total on OLSP since our last video. And then since our last video on Tuesday, I'm sorry I forgot to mention that I was going to go over and get ClickBank set up here. Since our last video on Tuesday, we had 2 sales come in on Friday for Right App reviews. It was both, or they were both $20, and that was a total of $40.76. So you might as well say 41. And then we had $18 come in this morning, and that was on my second nickname. So we've got a total of $58 there. Well, 59 if you round up to 40.76, because I never ever. And mixed with the 18 anyway, it's going to all equal out, so it's actually $59 there. So this gives us a total of $129 earned since Tuesday. So it's been a pretty good week. I think I did that first video during the week. Now, I don't like to really add the weekends to the past commissions, simply because, you know, I start my week on Saturday with my lead gen, just because, you know, I do my videos 5 days a week, or try to, and then, you know, the weekend comes and that's the start of a new week. But that's earned us a total of 129 since our last video, so that's pretty good. So I'm going to get into today's email, and then I'm going to show you guys the tricks that I do to get them set up and everything. Just give me a couple seconds, because I forgot a couple of screens before I started the video. Alright, so we're back. I kind of had my stats pulled up there because I was looking just before I started the video to see if I got anything else. But yeah, so you can see the 40.76 there, and then of course, like I said, my other nickname had 18, and that was from Social Rep. So first of all, what you guys are going to do for the emails is you're going to grab your username here, and all you got to do is copy. And then once you got that, you're going to head on over to the marketplace. And then once we're in the marketplace on ClickBank, you're going to go to e-business and e-marketing. We're going to go down. You don't have to scroll too far. So this one is, I think this is Social Rep. This is Social Paid. We got the paid online writing jobs. This is the one that we're on right now. And then we've got Right App reviews. This one's getting clicks to the sales pages and stuff. I think that's actually where those 2 sales from Right App reviews came from. I know that the customers will buy well after you do the My Lead Gen emails, because what happens is the ones that clicked to the sales page will sometimes end up, they'll end up on the company's email list, and then they'll go and email them afterwards for you. I know this to be true because I've signed up to test my link. I've signed up, and I've signed up to kind of just check out the product a little more. So basically, that's how it works. I don't know if they came from their emails, or if it was from um, the paid online writing jobs. And I say that because it seems like this paid online writing jobs actually includes all four of this company's products. So it includes Write App Reviews, it includes Social Paid and Social Rep, and then it also includes the paid online writing jobs. So you're going to go to affiliate page. I'm actually just going to grab a new tab here because we're going to need that. This is actually how I set my tab up too. Like, I'll set it up kind of like how I have it set up here, or my tabs, I should say. So we go to email swipe, and you're going to scroll down. I think today's was email 5. Oops, email 5. And what you're going to do is you're going to go down after you hit email 5, or email swipe, sorry. You're going to go to email 5, and then there's your subject line, pre-header, all that stuff. And what I do right off the bat is I grab my link. Okay, so to do the link, you grab the link, you copy it, go back to new tab, and then you go Control V, and then what you do is you go where it says ClickBank ID, you hit Windows V on your keyboard. If you have a Mac, it's going to be Command V, and then you're going to paste in your username, which is this. So CIBIC, or I usually say this in my head, but I'm just kind of spelling it out so that you'll see that it's my username, my Civic Edge ClickBank user ID. And then you just put that in there, and then you grab the link itself. And then what you do is you take it over to online, or to your document if you have a Google Docs document. And what you're going to do is you would paste it in here so that you see that there's my link. And then what I do is I put the subject line next, and then I put the body of the email. And what I do then is I go to ChatGPT, and I do a few different things. Once I get the ChatGPT, I'll go to fun titles for earnings. That's what ChatGPT called it, but this is my page, or my chat for switching the subject lines. So once we're in here, I keep using the same chat because ChatGPT remembers everything how I like it and all that. Just gonna wait. There we go. So what I do is I type in the command right here that says, now this is what I've been doing with the humor and stuff, but you can take out the humor and the curiosity driven, and just put, can you rewrite this subject title in 5 different ways that are fun, upbeat, yet attention grabbing, and authentic at the same time. I added the humor and stuff to kind of test it and see just what I can do with this command, but that's basically the old command that I'm telling you guys to do. So you copy that every time, and then you paste it in here, and then you come back to this page. Now what I did, I didn't use the subject line, I did the pre-header, because I kind of like that, and I thought, well, that might be a good subject line itself. And the pre-header is the part that goes in like the preview of the email. So basically what's going to happen is someone's going to click on your email, and usually they'll see that one line of text, and this is usually that one line of text. However, my lead gen doesn't have that, so we can make one of these the subject line, or we can somehow find a way to blend them both. But what I did was I just grabbed this, and then I put that at the end of the command. So right here, as you can see, you don't need to be Shakespeare to make a living writing. And then it says, sure, here are 5 fun, upbeat, and curiosity-driven rewrites of you don't need to be Shakespeare to make a living writing. So I then chose not a poet, you can still earn by writing. And then what I do is I get it to also add a first name fixed code, which is the same first name fixed code that we add to all of our emails inside my lead gen secret. So this is the same first name fix code that my lead gen uses. So you grab that from my lead gen secret and you can paste it in there, and then you just grab all these email swipes here and you put it into the command as well, which then comes back with this. So it'll show you the first name fix codes. You can't add emoticons, so always delete those because you can't use emoticons on my lead gen. So today's was first name fix code, not a poet, you can still earn by writing. You grab that and then you take that back to the document as well and paste it in here. As you can see, no emoticon, and it's that way. And then I go and take the email swipe from that day, and I only copy from here down because if you remember, or if you're brand new even, I'll explain it. We don't use this part because we've already got on our template on my lead gen secret, we've got this already set up. And then what I do is I grab from here down, and then you can copy that email. And I don't copy the signature either because we already have that set up in my lead gen as well in our template. So we only copy this part and put it in on my lead gen, just the body part. So then you go back to the document, and then this is where you're going to set it up. You're going to rewrite it and stuff like that. I rewrite it to my own, like adding my own flair to it. You can do the same. I also add some psychology behind it and things like that. You can see, like, I've got the action word now, I've got money. Those are action words. They get the person thinking about those things, or like acting now, and money. Perfect is for emphasis. Your is for emphasis. Earn, I again tried to speak to that money part of everyone's brain. This was more for emphasis. Money again. So you can see I start talking about the psychology, right? Or I don't talk about the psychology, but I add the psychology in there. Incredible was an emphasis word, so I bold them, or I capitalize them, and then I bold them and underline them once they're in the email. And then I add my own calls to action. Now you'll notice that the call to action is a little bit different than what they suggested, which was click here to see which writing royalty checks are currently up for grabs. What I did was I said, can you rewrite this call to action in 5 different ways? And you're going to see that this is the same call to action that sorry, not the same call to action, my bad. Same command that I use for the subject line. So, can you rewrite this call to action 5 different ways that are fun, upbeat, yet attention-grabbing and authentic, and persuasive at the same time, and shorten it. Now, sometimes I'll take this out because we don't always need the call to action to be short, but this one was a little long, so I wanted to shorten it. And I changed this command as needed. So sometimes I won't have this part in there, and I just stop it at the same time, and then I put my call to action. So here are 5 rewritten call to actions options, and then I just copied a couple of them and put them in. Now some of them I shortened even more because ChatGPT still came back with a few longer calls to actions, so some of them I think this one I shortened it right there. And then I think I used this one. I'm pretty sure. Those ones spoke to me, so I used them to test them out. So far, it's been working, so I'm obviously doing it right. So, once you got that into your document, what you're going to do is you're just going to have your document up. I'm going to get rid of these tabs just so we don't need them anymore. So I come over to my lead gen, and I'm going to actually put these side by side. We don't need these anymore. So what I'm going to do is go to the mailing system, which is right beside statistics. You're going to come down, and you're going to make sure that it's on mail by date. Never do mail by lead partner. So you want to make sure it's on this one, because then you can do all your leads. And then what you do is you select all. It'll move all the leads over. You're going to send from your name, no reply at myleadgensecret.com. I don't like to hide my name behind a myleadgensecret, no reply at myleadgensecret.com, because it's just, I find that in email marketing, you want to be authentic, you want to be honest. You don't want to be doing stuff that's dishonest, and I feel like that's dishonest if we hide behind this selection right here. Some people probably say, well, I use that because, you know, if I say I'm from the company, but then you're being dishonest, and that's not right. And you'll know very much so that I try to be honest in my emails and stuff. So then what I do is when I get down to the saved emails, if you don't have any emails yet and you're brand new, you're going to obviously just paste your subject line in this bar right here. But from then on, once you do this the first time, you're going to be loading the day before's email. And what you're going to do is you're going to load, and then you're going to put the new subject line in. Now this is the subject line that we had today, so I'm going to leave that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come down, and I always, this is the first name fix code that I was talking about. I always put that wherever it fits in the subject line. And then I also take the first name fix code and I paste it in here after saying hey there, and then their name's going to show up here, just the same as it's going to show up in the subject line. This helps with open rates and stuff like that, and it also helps the person feel like you're talking to them rather than, you know, sending an email that sounds like you're speaking to everyone. This makes them feel special. Okay, you want to make sure that you make customers feel special. You don't want to, you know, not put their name, because then they're like, oh, you know, they won't feel like it's speaking to them. Whereas if you put their first name or the first name fix code here, and it puts their first name automatically, and all autoresponders are like this. They will have something like this. Then what you do is you grab from here down. Now I'm going to show you guys, like I've obviously shown you guys the email, so we don't need to worry about that, but what I'll do is I'll just grab that part, and I will actually do this today because I want to show you guys what I do afterwards. So I grab that and then I paste it in here, Control V. There we go. And then for some reason on Google Docs it always comes over bolded. I don't like all the words to be bolded. So what I do is I hit that, and then I come up here and I go to Arial, and I go to 18-point font. And then what I do is I simply go up here. I already told you what to do with these capitalized words. We go bold, underline, that does that. I'm only going to show you one of them because you get the idea. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 across the top 4 times. Okay, and then once that's in, what you're going to do is you're going to go down, and anything that extends out past 0, you're going to hit it down like that. This one I'm going to leave like that. We got records. I think, yeah, we'll do that one. It's fine if it's a little bit past. Don't like spend too much time on it that you're like spending way over your 15 minutes a day or whatever, because my lead gen should typically take 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes of doing this. So, you know, I just kind of do it quick, right? I don't want to spend too much time on it. I do get my emails ready the day before too, but that's just something I like to do to be prepared, because I do send these very early in the morning, and when I first wake up I don't want to be writing an email. So once we do that, then you bold your spots, your calls to action, you bold them, and then you come up here to the paperclip, and I just want to make sure, because I don't remember if I... Yes, so you take your link and you go and put it in there like so, and then that puts a link in your email, and then same up here, I had one, there it is. So you go bold, paperclip, and Control V. and then that puts that in there. And then what you're going to do is you're simply going to put your picture in. Once you sign off, you're going to put a picture in of yourself. I would put a casual professional photo of yourself. If you don't have one, that's fine. Just have a nice picture though. You can put that in. I suggest this because people don't want to buy from a wall of text. Okay, if you just got an email like this, let's say, and then that's what it looked like, and it said, buy this, you're going to be less likely to buy, right? And that's how I feel about seeing a wall of text. But if I see a picture and I see the person, first of all, it's good for gauging, it gauges the personality, or the showing a photo of yourself will help some people gauge whether or not you're a good person. What I'm saying is that I know looks can't always be everything, but if you have a professional casual photo, the chances of someone actually listening to you and buying from you will be greater. So then you click on your photo, you go up here to paperclip again, and you link your My Lead Gen Secret link. I suggest doing the sizzle link because that's the best link. I've linked my last account now to all my My Lead Gen accounts, so that every sign up now goes to my fourth account, and in that way I'm getting $14 every time someone signs up. I hit OK. So there we go. And then you link your Facebook, YouTube, or whatever you want to do. You link all those things, social media accounts, so that they can verify who you are. You link those down here too. This doesn't have to be done, but I suggest doing it at some point, simply because you don't want, again, to be hiding just behind one picture. You want them to be able to verify who you are. I also have my review website down here so that they can check out reviews and blogs and stuff that I've written. And then I always put my email down here, which I've had people reach out to before in the past, which is great. You then have your email down here, and they can reach out to you. To link that is a little bit different, because what you do is you go to the link after you type your email out, and then what you do is you go to paperclip, and then you're going to go to this little drop down. You're going to go down to email, and then you're just going to type in your email here and then hit OK, and that will put your email in. Then I do an other recommended program, and this is where I go and link other recommended programs that I think that the person should sign up to. So one of them is the OLSP system, which is actually down in my description and comment section if you're interested in that. Then I've got my lead gen here. I've got Auto Affiliate AI, which has gotten me sales, and then Partner and Profit, Secret Money System. These three are Warrior Plus. And then we've got these two, which are from the One Page Funnel 3.0 system. This one's a rotator of all the best CPA offers that they got, and then this one's just of One Page Funnel. And there you go. And that's what I do for the recommended programs. That way it gives them 7 more links. If they're not interested in the product that you're offering up here in the body, they can come down and go, oh, what's this? And then go in Partner and Profit and check it out, or whatever. So this works out well. I get lots of sales this way too, and this is how I've started making, close to $200 every month. Not $200 every month, guys. I apologize for that. This is how I'm making $100, $200 every week, I should say, with my lead gen. Is these links here alone are generating that sales revenue, but then I'm also getting the sales revenue from the links that are clicked up here in the email if the person's interested in this offer. So that's pretty cool. Always make sure to get rid of the numbers after you're done setting up your email, and always make sure, I'm sorry, I was trying to scroll down over here, make sure that you hit perfect timing, because this will go out at the time that the person signed up to the My Lead Gen list, and that way they will get it at that time every day, and that will actually increase your chances of sales as well. And then over here will be a preview, and I always tell you guys to pull up the preview and check your links, make sure they're all good. Only the ones that you added that day, though. If you added any of the links down here in the recommended programs, always check them out. And on this one, hover over it, make sure that you typed in your ClickBank ID properly and everything, and then make sure that the link's fine. That's pretty much it. So you guys have a great day. I've got one more video coming out today because I gotta get caught up a little bit here, but I've got one more video coming out in a little bit. So stick around for that. But other than that, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, share the video, help the community grow, because it's our community, it's not just my community. I'm doing this for us, and it's our community, and when you help it grow, it is greatly appreciated. And also make sure you check out the recommended video that's showing up, and make sure to subscribe as well. You guys have a great day. Cheers.